Hello, hello, hello. We did it. We did it, guys. It's Wednesday. Made it through Monday. Made it through Tuesday. And now it is Wednesday. As per usual, just gonna make sure that everybody knows we're live here. Make sure we got our stream manager turned on the right way. All right. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Awesome. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Doing good? You keep the warmth in this. I don't know about where you are in the world, but I'm currently in Sweden, and Sweden is warm and humid. Mostly just humid. The temperature switches a little bit, but it's nice. We're here. It's finally time to play some more Magic. Now, yesterday we ended up on having this Gruul deck we're already 0-2 with, so that's not very exciting. I am very sure that the reason we're not winning with this deck is that the deck is straight up bad. As you can see, we're trying to do something with Power 4 thing to activate our Furious Rise here. That's why we're including more Naki Ogres than we really want in our deck. You see, we had some consideration here in the beginning where we wanted to do something with the non-creature spells. I really do love my Spellgorger Weirds, I really do. We might still be able to do that. Perhaps we should change this around a bit. Throw some more eggs in one basket. And just lower the curve, do something more shenanigan-y. So I really don't like Onaki Ogre at all. So maybe we do like this, lower the curve a bit, try to make our weirds the big thing, make ourselves a little bit more susceptible to spot removal, but go a little bit quicker. I think might be the right choice. We have the mythic Planeswalker Chandra at the top end. We haven't drawn her yet in any meaningful way. Card seems fine. You know what? We should just cancel that for a second. And if we're going this way, we're probably gonna want to do something with our Goblin Wizardry too. Let's just get that in there. The Pteranodon's gonna be more difficult probably, but we're just gonna like put some Foros on it or something. Oh, now we gotta cut a card. Let's do the Ranger Scale. Whatever. Let's play some Magic. This can either be a redeeming 7 wins in a row, or we can just lose and get on to the next draft. Either way, it's a win-win. I suppose it can be something in between. We are trying to sort of climb the ranks a little bit. So we are trying to play our best, as always. Trying to make good decisions, try to punt as little as possible. And that is what we will be trying to do today as well. As always, if you are in the chat, if you are sitting with some ideas, some thoughts about some of the plays that I'm doing, feel free to chime in. I can't guarantee you that I'll follow your particular advice, because very quickly that can become very difficult, as I'm sure many people have many different opinions. But oftentimes I simply don't know. Hello, Merzamer. Good to see you, friend. Good of you to chime in. Always appreciate you here. Nice, yes. Well, it's not so much the sun, and also the lighting here is a little cheating, because it's not actually sunny out. What do we do here? Probably attack with this. I'm fine trading that, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't be fine trading that. Yeah, it's not so much the sun, it's just really warm here in Sweden. I'm currently in a routine where I do a lot of Bikram yoga, so it's a lot of water all the time. We sweat a lot. Just trying to get some air to the body, you know. But it's really nice to see you, friend. Welcome. I hope you'll enjoy hanging out with me here for some awesome magic shenanigans. We're gonna be playing Gadrak here. That way we can play our Chandra next turn and have a reasonable blocker. Yeah, like I'm... so, most of my life I really like wearing actual shirts. But as I grow older, t-shirts are just more... they're more practical. You don't have to iron them. Really. All these things. And, well, it's nice getting comfortable. So let's see. Let's just remind ourselves what this card actually does. It's a +1 and it's a shock to any target, which is great. So what we can do is we can attack, and if he blocks with the portcullis fine, we can shock it, but I feel like we want some sort of blocking up instead of just giving him a free card. So let's put up our walls first, because if he can pump the Burlfist Oak, we're not gonna have a reasonable block here. How is it where you're at, Mur? Is it warm over in America? I don't think it has instant speed card draw here. You can have a ton of pumping and stuff like that, though. 32 degrees, is that Celsius? That's a lot. I don't know about you, but that's very warm to me. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, wow. No, the blowout. Well, these two get passed around a lot. This is why we really want to be in black. It feels like the black cards, they just go late. This particular deck we're playing right now, we first pick Chandra in the first pack. And I remember saying, I'm a simple man, I see Chandra, I pick Chandra. And it's probably like exactly correct to pick Chandra. I just feel like we built the rest of our deck not very well around it. Let's see. We're not gonna take a block here. I have to go a little bit lower. Now he's gonna be able to sacrifice his Portcullis Vine when we attack with the Canopy Stalker. Furious Rise, that's like the best card he could have had there. Well, I guess he can say another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. So you can use this in the draw step and make this unblockable. That's insane. But let's just see if he figures that out. Nope, he didn't. Like, that's actually a really cool trick. You want to be doing a stop in your draw step. And if you do that, then as soon as the trigger of this goes in the stack, you use Subira's ability to get this thing unblockable for the rest of the turn. That's a very cool trick, actually. So what we want to be doing here is we want to get our Planeswalker out and start doing some useful stuff. And by useful stuff, I mean start slowly killing off our opponent's creatures. He's like, Chandra, but that's very good. And I'm like, looking at his Furious Rise and be like, I would rather have a Furious Ride right now. It's just the one at a time. Get some creatures away from the board here. The card he has in exile is a card that like draws him cards if creatures dies during his turn at his end step. It's a good position having a Planeswalker on the board though, because that means we get to sit back and tick this up and force our opponent to make all the action. That's why Planeswalkers are so powerful and limited. This will absolutely activate, because a creature is going to die, because we will be double blocking the Brelfish Ogre. I will get 3 life though. When Canopy Stalker dies, you gain 1 life for each creature that died this turn. Which is going to be 3 now. 3 life actually matters in this particular scenario, so that's great. Some days you are never lucky. And today, that day. Wow. He top decked that too. Well, it's looking pretty bad. Cannot tell a lie. I'm gonna discard our hand here. Oh no! This is all very bad. I don't see a reasonable way we can win this, unfortunately. That's gonna mean a new draft though. We're gonna go ahead and not count this towards today's records, as it was technically yesterday's draft. Just be kind to ourselves a little bit, yeah. All in on Chandra. I feel like he should be killing me. I guess Chandra is sort of my way to get back. I can't block it and let it survive, so he can just have Chandra. I feel like that attack was a little bit silly. Keep hydrated. I guess you can splash for those. I just need to get my board wiped now, of which I of course have many in this deck. Yeah, this game is this game is over. Alright, on to the next draft. I like drafting. Like, doing the draft portion is probably also the most exciting part anyway. Let's get into that. Let's try not to get too ensnared by the one Planeswalker we see. Alright. Do we have today's quest? Yeah, we need to reroll this. Oh well. Super Premium Draft, here we go. Fresh draft. So ready. What do we got here? We have the useless black thing. Well, it's a good for limited. We have the Rin Wingmare that makes casting spells difficult for us too. We have a black removal spell that we like. Furious Rise. Shock is great. Capture Sphere is fine. This is a very disappointing pack. I like picking Furious Rise because Furious Rise is so incredibly powerful. But I feel like Finishing Blow is going to go in all decks, whereas Furious Rise is only going to go in the decks where we end up playing like Gruul, probably Gruul primarily. I think I'm going to take the Finishing Blow here. Hey, that's a really good black removal spell. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. This goes like right into a control type of deck, and I am absolutely feeling controlling today. Let's do that. Let's do a Pestilent Haze. Alright, looks like it's about time to pick a different color. We could do some sort of like maybe Dimir Splash Red or something. Experimental Overlord is a very good card. In fact, is there anything else we want to be doing? Could do some Rakdos things. We've sent a lot. I've sent 3 shocks out now, I think. So probably gonna end up splashing. I mean, we're probably not gonna end up getting all that red back. I think we just take the powerful spells now, because none of these other things are super interesting. I mean, I like the Magmod actually. It's good to drop. I'm feeling the Experimental Overlord. Well, maybe it's blue that we're splashing. I do like Liliana's Devotee is potentially good. I think it's a fine card. It's a card that has just upside, I guess. In terms of the Crypt Lurker, I still don't know how to feel about that. I don't think I think it looks better than it is, and I don't think it looks very good. I like Devotee here. Also, it dodges Pestilent Haze. So that could be one of our consideration points. It's also black, so we're absolutely going to include it. Yeah, let's take the Devotee here. It's a good blocker. Playing control, blocking is pretty important. The Cage Zombie might actually fit it very well in this deck. Another card that dodges the Pestilent Haze. The Archfiend's Vessel, however, I don't know how many ways there are to get this card back from the graveyard. I know there's Rise again, the black 5-mana card. But I don't think it's good enough to put in there. We also definitely don't have to play Experimental Overload. We could play like something like Basri's Acolyte, play Orsov. That actually looks amazing here. Basri's Acolyte. Let's go ahead and try to pick that. Maybe that pushes us in a good direction. Yeah, definitely not seeing a lot of the cards that we would usually have been picking here. There's the card I talked about, Rise again. Celestial Enforcer, good in quick circumstances. Valorous Steed is a very fine 5-drop. Alpine Watchdog. So we're obviously not going to build our entire deck around trying to keep our creatures out of Pestilent Haze range. And maybe a 2/2 Vigilance actually is a good enough card in this deck. But the Valorous Steed may just be strictly better. I think lower curve. Let's try to do that. That's another Valorous Steed. That's a good signal. There's also Sky Scanner. Sky Scanners I actively like. Anything other interesting? I mean, keep seeing a lot of big green cards. I feel like Sky Scanner is one of those cards that you are never going to be sad to pick up. Valorous Steeds obviously is amazing in this deck. As it is right now, anyway. I think it's going to have to be the Steed here, actually. I do like the Sky Scanner a lot. But we're also trying to cut the colors we want to get. That's an actual consideration here, I think. As much as dub is 2-for-1, it is a very good enchantment. Alchemist Gift is a great trick. Don't necessarily know if one is super much better than the other. Dub is definitely excellent with stuff that has vigilance. I think we're gonna pick up the dub here. I also feel like we always pick up those 1-mana tricks later on. Secure the Scene can be a very important removal in this format, because it can remove like a shrine, or like it just targets everything, which makes it extremely strong. Even with the 1/1 white soul token they get, it's usually a really good spell to cast when you cast it, because it always has like these niche properties. Feeder Resistance, however, is actively good. It's probably one of the best instants in the set, as you can use it reactively, but you can also use it proactively. Say if you're wanting, like, say if your mono red opponent like is stonewalling you and you just need that last 3 points of damage through, you can put this on your creature, make it protected from red, and then red creatures are unable to block it. In a deck where we're attacking with many creatures, Makeshift Battalion is probably very good. Defiant Strike is a fine card. I'm not so sure about the blackguard here. Yeah, I'll take the Defiant Strike. The Mud I really like. Like this card is like, I feel like it's very undervalued. Again, because I feel like it always has a target. Like there's always like either an enchantment or an artifact to kill with it. So it just actively becomes really good. Silent Dart. Alright, pack 2. Not a lot in terms of the colors we have. In fact, it looks like 1 or 2 cards apart from the land. The land is like a thing we obviously would actively want, but maybe only 1 or 2 of. Gale Swooper is actively an amazing card in our deck. The Anointed Chorister I like, because there are a lot of things that react to us gaining life later on. But Gale Swooper is just a really good card. There's no need not to take it here. Well, there's a lot of options here, but the Gaggle Master is just amazing. I really like the Thallid though, and another Devotee. Devotee could push us in a direction of trying to like actively pick up more zombies, which could be actively smart. We also have a relatively high curve already. Like this is obviously an amazing card. It's not as good as like a Sarah Angel, obviously. Devotee is pretty good here. Let's try to pick up the Devotee here and focus a little bit harder on zombies. That could be a thing. Demonic Embrace is amazing. This is one of those cards that care about the whole life gain thing. And unfortunately, Replicator doesn't react to tokens. Demonic Embrace is just strictly an amazing card. We keep... It looks like we ended up in the right colors here. 9 lives is a limited card. I mean, it has uses in... it absolutely has uses here. But it's less than good. This is a zombie, and it's a vampire. I do like Malefic Scythe, though. It's a bit of a shame that these two are in the same pack. But I think we actively want to pick up zombies here. Do we want to pick up the Scythe? We probably want to pick up the Scythe. Could take the Steward. But the Scythe is just too good in like these decks where we attack. Skeletons are not zombies. Finishing Blow is straight up removal. Not gonna consider Revitalize here. Again, we are high on 5-drops. This is zombie. We're actively looking for zombies. Just having these 2 devotees actually just does make this quite a bit better. What is this? Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in the library and loses half of their life. Round up each time. Okay. I think I'm gonna take this shrine. I'm not gonna take it because I expect to be playing it, but if I pick up the black shrine, I will absolutely play the pair. The black shrine is really good. Well, I don't think we have any of the cards that care about the lifelink specifically. Yet. Not that we're gonna aim to get those. Let's just take Revitalize anyway. It's probably the only relevant card there. The Scoured Barons tabled. We'll take that. The Alpine Watchdog here. So we could grab Sanguine Indulgence. That's something to care about life gain. You have Basri's Acolyte is the only thing right now, though. This may end up being a really good now deck. Yeah, let's grab that. We are still looking for more 2-drops, but the 2-drops we're looking for hopefully look a little bit more like the Walking Corpse now. I'll take the Steward here for sure. That's probably gonna end up in our deck actually. It's also a good trigger for the devotees to make these zombies at the end step. The ability to make 2/2s for 2 mana, like more or less whenever you would want it, like only on my turn obviously, but that is a very powerful ability. Cards that create more value out of, well, strictly nothing but mana is very, very strong. So, seeing a lot of good cards here again. I think Maze Mind's Tome is like one of those. It looks just like a slow draw, but the fact that you can play it for 2 and scry immediately makes it much stronger. What is this? Angelic Ascension. This exiles a creature or planeswalker. Its controller creates a 4/4 white angel creature with flying. Exiles doesn't kill. There's the Gaggle Master, there's Dalit, another Sky Scanner. Target creature or planeswalker. I think I want the Tome, unfortunately. Let's also secure the scene. There's a lot of good cards there. Can't pick all of them, unfortunately. That one was a little more tricky, I think. Sanctum of All, that's a no. The Shield Maid doesn't matter in our deck. The Blood Glutton, I mean, I guess I could pick that. Probably not gonna play it. Could pick another Sanguine Indulgence. But right now it's just a very expensive return 2 target creatures to my hand. That may still be good enough, mind you, but I don't think this pick is gonna matter, honestly. I mean, Temper Veteran is a very good 2-drop. It has the potential to become very good. Silver Smoke Ghoul is a zombie that comes back when we gain life. I like that. Swift Response is removal. We need 2-drops though. And this goes quite well in our deck right now. What is this? Faith's Feathers. Sounds like an old Magic card. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 4 life. The enchanted permanent can't attack or block. And its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. This is removal in white? I would like the zombie, but I can't not take this. It also gains me the 4 life. It activates a lot of our things. That's a very good card to pick up here. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Now, Secure the Scene or Valorous Steed here. This still exiles, doesn't kill, so it doesn't activate the devotees. Valorous Steeds maybe just be very good. May just be. I'll take that. There's another Gale Super. I'll take it. Okay. So the Savior. Another target creature I control gains indestructible until end of round. That may be good. I don't think this pick is gonna matter. Gift could be nice. I can probably use Alchemist Gift with Death Touch on a Skeleton Archer in a pinch. Ah, it's another... I do have to take the Thallid here, I think. Right? Maybe take another Secure Scene. Up for the Lifelingers, maybe. We do have the Scythe now. Guess just another 2-drop is better here. Probably not gonna play these, but let's just see what we have in our pile. Alright, we got a pile of cards. This doesn't look as terrible as it could be. Blood Gluttons become better with Gale Supers and also with stuff like Dub. What are we really trying to activate with it though? Sanguine Indulgence. If that's the only thing, we need to value those much less. And I think that's the case. I feel like maybe we have the lifelink we need and Bash's Acolyte. Faith's Feather activates the Sanguine Indulgence. Alchemist Gift could, but I don't think we're going to play it. There's a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. Maybe the Makeshift Battalion. No, the Makeshift Battalion's going to stay. Not going to play Dub here. Actually going to play the Silas Mode School. So Pestilent Haze here, it kills a lot of our own stuff, obviously. But I think it's such a good card. And as we always get to control when to use it, I feel like it's one of those cards you can't really cut. The other Blood Glutton goes. We have a lot of cuts to make here. Cut the Defiant Strike. Maybe a dog. So I'm cutting dogs over walking corpses here because we have the double devotees. And hello baby. And I mean yeah, that's the real reason. Trying to like capitalize a little bit on that zombie power. I think that's okay. Do think I need the 3rd Watchdog though, just to have some sort of presence in the beginning. Or maybe I don't. Scythe puts stuff out of the range of Pestilent Haze. This is tough. I think we're gonna cut one land and one land, probably a steed. Looks like a plains. And then we just need to cut one card. What do you guys think? I'm trying to cut one card here. I like the Makeshift Battalion because I can give them flying. Maybe the Steward, but the Steward is a zombie. I mean, not that I'm gonna value zombies that high just because it is a zombie. Maybe the Watchdog. You know what, we'll cut the Watchdog. Try to have a little bit better of a late game presence. Let's give it a try. Oh. It's a beautiful day. I've looked forward to playing some Magic today for sure. Ever since I started streaming, it's almost as if it takes too long between the days now. It's like, oh, I just finished my stream. When is it next day so I can stream again? Yeah, well, this looks like a hand full of magic cards. Oh no! We're gonna be sitting with the Pestilent Haze in our hand. Thank you. Hmm. No attacks, please. Maybe we just attack with both here and use Pestilent Haze. He does something shenanigan-y. Is that the most value we're gonna get out of it at this point? Probably. But we do want to get the Maze Mine's Tome down. So maybe we just attack with the Silver Smoke Ghoul, offer up a trade. But if he doesn't take it, I mean, we can also just play the Battalion, have a better attack next round. Thank you. I stalk Angelina Jolie. I stalk Angelina Jolie is my better half, to be sure. He wants to raise and he wants to trigger this. I don't want to do that. Can attack with the Ghoul of the Battalion. Maybe I just attack with everything here and use Pestilent Haze, because it is gonna get stuck in my hand. But if I attack with everything, he's gonna block the Battalion with the Pteranodon, and he's gonna block the Twin Blades on the Walking Corpse. And we're just gonna lose our Silver Smoke Ghoul for nothing. We are a little bit behind, and I think it's just gonna end up being it's gonna get harder and harder to get rid of the Pestilent Haze. So I think it's the right choice. Oh, he was not interested in making that trade. Oh. Of course, he's gonna end up drawing then. That's fine. We'll scry the victory here. That shrine seems a little useless for him right now. Eliminate! It's fine. We have some ways of bringing that back for free. So now we are really raising, huh? I may not be able to get it back for free the time. But we gotta set a stop here. Oh yeah, well, hold on. We don't need to set a stop because we gotta keep this on top. We'll take it. Now, what do we do here? We have to keep this back for blocking. We probably gotta play our Scythe and we want to draw an extra card. Could draw a card first. See if we pick up a 2-drop. Did not. Well, that script's our play. We have to stay back. Chump Twin Blade Assassins here. We'll then go to 6. I mean, assuming he's doing nothing. Well, we then go to 1. We have 1 removal spell. This is gonna be likely impossible to do. It is now probably impossible to do. Saw the scry. Can't do that. Well, that doesn't win us anything. Oh well, good beats. Probably should have gone Maze Mind's Tome down earlier, kept both my zombie and both my zombies back for blocking, actually. Let me just turn off this beeping. I did not actually mean to keep this hand, but yeah, it looks fine. That was a misclick right there. Why is this thing keeping on beeping? Alright. It's really annoying. That beeping sound. Huh. That should work. Well, that sucks. I really wanted to mulligan this hand. Okay. We get an additional turn. Okay, let's just... Give me 1 second, guys. I have to figure out where this noise is coming from. To see... Disable sounds. There we go. Ah, much better. I'm sorry about that, guys. Well, as you can see, we're under quite a bit of pressure here. Yeah. There's no way we can produce 2 blockers here, unfortunately. Which means that we're gonna die the round after. An unfortunate start to our drafting draft here. Once again, I'd like to note that I would really have liked to mulligan that hand. Keeping it was a misclick. We have now disabled the sounds. We're back in full focus mode. All is well. I think the 5-mana white exile card is gonna perform pretty well. I think it's probably very well costed. I think it's exactly as expensive as it should be. I like that it's sorcery speed, not instant speed. This is another difficult hand to keep. Well, it didn't make it better. This we're kind of stuck with, though, I feel. No creatures. We go first in a pseudo aggro deck. This doesn't bode well for the beginning at all. Oh well. You win some, you lose some more. The permanent can't attack or block. Their activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Okay. Let's produce a blocker, I guess. Teferi's Protege. We're getting on mana now. Maybe we can start going a bit on the offensive. It is as I expected. This Pestilent Haze ends up being a dead card in our hand a lot of the time. When we picked it, we really wanted to make a little bit of a more controlling deck. That's not actually what ended up happening. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we shan't actually main deck it. I like that card a lot. One to you. Well, that scripts that turn. This is why Rambunctious Mud is amazing. This is all. I feel like it always has a target like this, where it's just super efficient. You add a creature to the board, you take away that important enchantment. This Spined Megalodon, however, is actually really annoying to deal with. Really annoying to deal with. We don't have anything 6 toughness. Can attack for 4 at max. Can't raise it. It's all bad. Let's say we play this, then we have mana to do that. We can then also play Liana Steward and Face Feathers, or we can keep Finishing Blow up here. Or we can attack. But that makes no sense. Not in this position. The Spined Megalodon we have to get rid of. But if our opponent's sitting with removal, that makes things quite a bit more difficult. Let's just add these more creatures to the board. I think blocking it with another 3 power creatures, and because this adds another 4 power to the board, so even if you were to remove our other 4 power creature, we're gonna just put all our blocks on the Spine Megalodon. And like, if he has tricks to get around that, then we already have lost. But we need to deal with the Spine Megalodon before we can start attacking, unfortunately. Hexproof is a very, very strong ability. Well, we have a flyer now. He did not attack. We can replace this with another 3 power creatures, so slowly attacking seems like it's the way to go here. Use another blocker. Probably should have equipped the scythe here. That's my bad. I can do it now. Wait, I cannot do it now. This may seem silly. And it is. But yeah. No, that's this seems better. No, I forgot we needed the power on the defensive against the Megalodon. 2 Spine Megalodons. That's twice as hard to deal with. We are doing like real damage to him though. Thallid is another relevant blocker. You have mana enough to switch the scythe back and forth. Keep the clock up. And let's get the scythe back on you. Seems like the flyer is important here. Dragonfire. No? Okay. Yeah. Protege has done his work. Same with the frantic imagery. Well, he only has one. He has another Spine Megalon in the graveyard. I mean, it is a testimony to this card. I do think it's good. I'm not sure if it's... I would include 3 of these in my deck good. He certainly seems to think so. Anson J. Okay. We're just gonna offer up everything here because we have no idea what he's sitting with, and we need to kill this. We can't just block it and not have it die. We want him to kill the Sillish Mode Ghoul. Can't really control that, but he can. The reason we want that specifically to die is because we can get it back for free. Let's just read it. You gain 3 or more life this turn. Return Sillish Mode Ghoul from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. At the beginning of my end step. Okay, that was the what I was looking for. So, Faith's Feathers on the roaming Ghostlight. We gain 4 health. This is now triggered. We put a Scythe. This guy. And attack with this. Now we don't have enough mana to both play Steward and another Scythe. And remove Scythe. But Liliana Steward do produce the last point of power we need to have the 7 power. This one doesn't count because it enters tapped. And our opponent is now under significant pressure as well. This doesn't look as terrible now. I feel like I'm probably going to get rid of this Pestilent Haste and replace it with probably literally anything else. It just mostly has been a dead card for us. It's really good in like a Dimir control deck, which is always what I dream of. Uh-oh. Enthralling Hold. I guess. How close are we to lethal here? How close are we to lethal here? We need... Yes, this is not a blocker yet. I can remove one of these, then 2 of our things get through. We can deal 4 damage. 5 with the Scythe. We're 1 point off lethal. 1 point. And if we attack, then he loses the Protege. Loses the Protege or dies. Gets him down to another 2 blockers. But we cannot get the Gale Swooper back also. We can't get the Gale Swooper back, period. He attacks for 9, 10, 11. He only attacks for 11. I think that seems right. Rather, he can't attack for 11. Let's just activate this, put it on our Steward. Now you might say Steward, but then he can just block it there. The thing is, he can't do that because he will take exactly 6 damage. He has to block 2 3-power creatures. And he's probably gonna choose not the Thalit. He's gonna do the Skeleton Archer with the Spine Megalon and the Ghoul with the Protege, or maybe the Thalit with the Protege. Yeah, that makes good sense. That puts him to 1. We could have hoped that he would block with the Thalit. Oh, there's a Slag. Now we can attack with the Swooper. Okay. That's quite good for us, I guess. That means we can... Oh, wait, hold on. We can play... So what we can do is we can attack here. and hope that he blocks with the Protege, not with the Swooper. And if that happens, we use Pestilent Haze. This is probably the only chance we're gonna get to use it in a good manner. Let's go ahead and do that. He may value the Protege higher, but what happens here is exactly what I hope to happen. So, but actually, if we just produce Valley Street, he has to produce a blocker or he's dead. That seems like a better play. Wait, he's not dead. He's you know what? Let's kill the Swooper and the Ghost Light. And our own token. Put this down. Because he cannot attack with this if he doesn't draw another creature. If he does draw another creature, he can absolutely attack though. The good thing is that we can attack irregardless. He may have a removal spell here. That's gonna be fine. That actually still is fine. That's the fact that he double blocks it is great. Because now we produce 2 threats and he still has to produce a threat or he's dead. That's a good card for him to draw though. Gives him more chances to find his outs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to go for it here, I guess. Very nice. 1 in the books. That was a lot more tricky than it should have been, I guess. Those Megalodons are hell to deal with. Let's just take a look at this quickly. Pestilent Haze. My apologies. If we remove that, we can get another 2-drop in, which is probably what we want. And probably want to get the other 2-drop in too if we can. That's probably not going to be a thing. Right. Back into it. This looks fine. Got our tome early on. Give us some value. We want to find another black source, so we're going to put down the tome here. 100% we're going to meet a deck that's only going to play toughness 2 creatures. Oh well. Not such. That would have been fitting though. Let's take 4. Good old Rakdos. Oh, we want that though. Yeah, okay. We'll keep it. Back to you. Yes, you can make the Magmut unblockable. We will consider ourselves eliminated. I know the art is covered up a little bit by my face. I love the art. Can't draw that. Can't even play... I would have liked to play Steward and Embrace here, but we can't do that. We're just gonna make the most resilient blocker we can make with the mana we have. And we're going to scry for the land. The good thing about Maze Mind's Tome is that when it exiles, we get 4 life. Which means that we get our Silver Smoke Ghoul back. Oh damn! Well. The bad news is we're under a lot of pressure. The good news is that our opponent only has 1 card left in his hand. The worst news is that that card is a hasted creature that gives +1 to all his other creatures. What? You remember that card we took out? We could really use that now. Also, the 4 life gain from this is not going to be insignificant now. It's a life-linking creature. Do we need a land more than we need this? The answer is yes, and we have to just do full control here. Oh, stop. I put a... God damn it, Magic. I put a stop. Jesus. Let's just see if we would have found the land. Of course we would have. Now, if Magic had behaved the way we wanted it to, we would have scryed that mud to the bottom, drawn this land, played this creature, have 7 life, have 2 actual blockers, and being in an actual good position to win this, but no. That's very disappointing. Well, the good news is we get into a new draft. At this disappointing 1-3 to our today's records. I'm absolutely sure. We are ready. Let's do 1-3 Orzhov. Mid-range. Oh well, back into it. What do we have? We have Subera, if you wanted to play the other side of the board. Do some aggro. I do think this is a very good card. The first ability makes another target creature with power 2 or less unblockable for 1 mana, which is strong when you're playing aggro. It has haste, which is great. Second ability, it taps itself for 2 mana, discards our hand, and until the end of turn, whenever a creature we control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. I mean, this is probably like quite a perfect aggro card. Shacklegeist. You're a 2-power creature. 2/2 flying. With upside. I mean, is it aggro? I guess can be a thing. Let's give it a try. And if we're an is it, I think things like Goblin Wizardry is going to be very nice. Or even Tome Anime. Daybreak Charge is a very good aggressive card. Ours is Solidarity. +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. Just ruin some of the synergy with this, but counters and everything. It's also a blue card. Rewind is only good if we have other instants, I suppose. Otherwise, it's just a very expensive counterspell. I'll pick up the Wizardry for now. Yeah, I'll pick up the Wizardry for now. See what happens with that. I've seen some crazy combo decks with Wizards and Defiance Strikes. Could be nice to try to recreate one of those. Let's try to do something like that. When it was done to me, it looked a lot of fun for the opponent. It was not so much fun for me, so that's usually a good sign of it being relatively powerful. Though Riddle form is probably the perfect is it aggro card. Maybe not Defiance Strike. Maybe Defiance Strike will not make it in this deck. Hobble Fiend. Nice. So a Hobble Fiend versus Capture Sphere. It's gotta be a Capture Sphere, right? I don't know that these are gonna super matter. I don't know Protege. I mean, sure, it's a card that can go in our deck. I'm not gonna take Fountain over it, that's for sure. Burn Bright. Do want one of those, but I think I can pick it up later, so I'm gonna take Opt first. I think Opts become more rare quickly. Alright, what we have? We have the Megalodon on the top end. We're not gonna be picking that. There's some very good cards remaining in this pack, actually. Like, how did they make all the way here? We will be doing the Burn Bright. I think, yeah, we can cast Burn Bright and it'll go onto Riddle form because this reacts to like whenever we cast a spell. This will solve after this trigger resolves. So Burn Bright is pretty good with Riddle form also. Tampering. We like the whole unblockable deal, but I think Tampering is a little early to pick one of those up. I'll take the split card for now. I'll take the... So I can take the unblockable or the sword here. I think we'll take the Enema here. And now we'll pick up the sword. That doesn't matter. That certainly doesn't matter. Hey, a swamp. Alright. Fatal Passage. That's not the rare we wanted to open at all. It's rare we got though. We do have a Sky Scanner, which is going to be pretty good in our deck, to be honest. Probably also the only real card to pick here. Turn to Slag is fine. Obviously, it's removal. It's 5 mana. That would be the top of our curve. I still think we could pick like this type of card later on. And also, we're trying to play some type of aggro, so want to keep the curve low. Also, Sky Scanner has avoidance, goes well with Burn Bright, goes well with the sword. I like Sky Scanner. Those are some quite good red cards, though. Kinetic Augur cares about instant sorceries. We don't necessarily have a lot of those. We're not necessarily going to get a lot of those. Prowess cares about non-creature spells, not instant sorceries. Same with Riddle form. Roaming Ghostlight, however, is probably like the perfect card in this type of deck. Swings the tempo in our favor when we're trying to raise, has avoidance, fits perfectly at the top of our curve. Make no mistake, Tolarian Kraken is incredible, but I think we're gonna be I want to play this deck faster than like counting on us being able to play Tolarian Kraken every time. Volcanic Geyser is a great finisher. At instant speed can be done a lot of things. Furor is probably good in this type of deck. Another Roaming Ghostlight. Not really considering the Arcanist here. Probably should be, but I feel like the 2-drops we want to pick up are 2-drops that actively just attack on their own. The Gazer though, that's gonna be very nice. Another like top end card in this situation. Magma is a very good 2-drop. I don't like that we get it in the same pack as the Capture Sphere at all, but I do think we have to pick up the Magma here. 2-drops are going to be very important in this deck. Battle Rattle Shaman. I remember you. I like this card a lot. Like, a lot. I think it's pretty damn good. Goes perfectly well in our deck, too. Once again, I don't like to get Capture Sphere and Skyscanner in the same pack. Skyscanners also go very well with Battle Rattle Shamans. Capture Spheres, I feel like also, I mean, they're great, but they're less good in this format than others, since we have things like that common common dog that just kills it and stuff like that. I think in the interest of keeping our curve low and playing creatures and attacking, we're just gonna have to pick up the Skyscanner here. It's gonna make future Burn Brights better too. Probably want to take the Thrill here. Let's see, how much do we have? We have that instant, that. Probably could pick up a Rewind here. Probably. I like the Thrill though. Thrill is not ever gonna be just straight up bad in our deck. Now I'm looking to see if we have sources that deal non-combat damage, except for the Magma. Magma is like a fine combo with it though. And it gets Double Strike. Double Strike is not nothing. Yeah, this is probably just gonna be like a good 2-drop in our deck. Good 2-drops is exactly what we're looking for right now. None of these cards are going in our deck, so let's just cut probably the best one. Another Protege. I mean, it's doubtful that we're going to be playing 2 of these. We might. The amount of stuff we have in our deck right now. I could pick up a Rookie Mistake here. I do like the 4 better in this type of deck, I guess. Yeah, we'll pick up the 4. I don't like getting 2 for 1 much, but having a single copy of these is probably going to be quite good. Cut the best card. Cut the actual card. Hey, a wall. Not that we care much about that. Alright, what do we got? Mistral Singer is gonna be pretty good in this deck. Another Skyscanner, I love it. Another Pyroling. The only activation we have with Pyroling is the Magnet and the Gazer right now. Mistral Singer is straight up good. Apple Fiend is worth considering as a 2-drop here. But as for 3-drops goes, this is the type of 3-drop we want. A Flying Prowess creature. It's going to be very powerful in our deck, I think. Gonna go very well at the side of Riddle form. Hello. I want all these spells. We have the 5/5. That's a 5/5 for 5. Who doesn't love that? Another Goblin Wizardry, which triggers Prowess and makes 2 attackers. We have Scorching Dragonfire, which is premium removal. I want all of these cards. We are going to have to make do, though. I feel like in terms of what we're trying to achieve here, Goblin Wizardry might be our go-to pick here. I really like the 5/5. We are gonna try to curve out low. It's probably wrong not to take the removal spell here, but that's what I choose to do. Speaking of prowess creatures, this is one of the best 2-drops you can probably hope to pick up. Glide Master might be good in this. Give us another chance to get through some damage when we can't. Would like to cut that in a real game, but as it is arena, I'll be happy to let it go. I'll take the cheap prowess enabler. The problem with Rewind Now deck is that we want to be using prowess proactively most of the time. I guess I can take a single Reader Tides for our top end. That's probably gonna be actually good. That's another Magma. I almost didn't see it. That's an easy pick. Not gonna play the third Protege. I'll just cut the Airy, no particular reason. Hireling. We have 2 Magmats now, so Hireling becomes better for sure. +1 +0 and double strike. There's a Hubble Fiend. Well, this is gonna be pretty good, I guess. I don't want that. I don't want somebody else to get this. Cut the cat. We don't have a lot of ways to activate the anima. Except the Proteges, but those we probably want to be attacking with. Proteges are probably not the best cards to have in our deck, period. Violence is better. We don't have the Proteges, the anima goes away. Makes our curve significantly lower. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 2-drops. If I wanted to drop 2-drop, I probably would want to drop the Glide Master. The 1 toughness just dies to most things. We don't have anything that we need to give flying that can't already get it or can get avoidance somehow else. Gotta make sure we have non-creature spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those. And as we top out mostly at 4, we have to cut lands here. Cut a island. We cut the Read the Tides too, I wonder. I feel like we can't play 15 lands and have a 6-drop. That feels weird. Skyscanner's to help us with the draws though, so does Opt and so does Crash Through. I don't know. Probably not going to be playing that. Well, this could be very good. Let's give it a shot. Only one way to find out. Remember to stay hydrated, guys. Red mana, red spells. Yeah, see, I sort of saw that one coming. I really think I should have picked up the Scorching Dragonfire over the other Goblin. I think it was over the Goblin Lizardry. I took it. Counterspell? Really? Yeah, okay. Well, your turn, opponent. Thrill looks mighty good here. Of course. I guess you try to remove theirs. I guess you try to do it at instant speed though. Yeah. It's gonna win this with one creature. That's what's gonna happen here. I really want to use my 4 here. 6. 10. Gonna lose that race though. What the hell? Oh no! Well, that was a lot of pretty good counter spells right there. Well, back into it. We just need to hit our stride. If I go first, I want some 2-drops. It's fine also. We'll put our 5-drop away. I think we sort that and put this down as an efficient block against the Arsonist. Skyscanner now blocks the Ogre. I'm not gonna play this land. I think I'm gonna ambush these. I'm thinking I'm gonna ambush these here. So normally I wouldn't play this land, but I think I have to get the life, and I also think I'm not gonna play Thrill this turn, so I can hope to draw another land, try to make this a little bit more viable. You got all the cheap creatures too, huh? Probably should have played that and sorted it, honestly. It's just a blocker. Hopefully he doesn't have another land for the Chorister. Double bug that one. We would prefer to keep our piling. We're not going to offer up the trade with the prowess creature. That's probably going to be easy to pump up for him. Oh, he's probably going to be able to kill the piling anyway. Oh yeah. There we go. Guess he really wanted the kill. He could have just... Oh well. We're fine with it. That's fine. Let's keep it at that. Try to ambush him again. He's probably gonna be pumping his... Oh, there. Here we go. Yeah, that looks reasonable. We gotta get this out though. Shacklegeist. Probably doesn't help us a lot here. We're not in a position to attack. You can dig for a land which you found there. Then we play the Shacklegeist and be ready to thrill in response. We have to wait for him to do something tricky with his immolator before we start doing like wicked things in response. I think we have to wait here. It's a tricky stalemate, because now you can pump his anointed chorus to 2. It was a 5/5. 5/5 is not a 0 size feature. Okay. I'll offer up that, I guess. You take my heart frame later. I guess I can... Actually, I guess I'm just gonna sacrifice it and kill it in response. It's probably the right way to do it. Unfortunately, 4 isn't flash speed. We're not in the super position to attack. We sort of have to defend here. That means Hobble Fiend and Riddle form. And it means sword on our Shackle guys. And then it means a stop in our own upkeep, so we can scry with Riddle form, I guess. Don't want to be drawing lands at this point. Okay, things are now gonna get difficult. I can only block creatures with flying with this? Ooh, mistakes were made. That's actively bad. We only have 1 mana, so we can't even sacrifice 2 creatures. Oh, mistakes were really made. Guess we'll take 5. Unless you sacrifice your heart frame later. That's really bad. Huh. We cannot win today. Maybe we just start low. It's okay. We win some, we lose some. Looks like today we just lose more than we win. For now. Yeah. We need 1 land. We gotta take some risks now. Not a single win yet. Have we really not gotten a single win? Yeah, we got 1 win. 1 win with our Orsov deck. Well, that's the land we needed. Okay, stop with the lands now. Did you for 1? Back to you. I oftentimes feel like when I lose a lot with aggro, that I probably should be returning to some more controlling type of schemes. I also don't know that that is the right thing to do. I just know that it's a tendency that I have. Hit you for 5. Falcon Adept is a very good card. Creating 1/1 flyers when it attacks. Lifelink. We can Magma and Burn Bright here, or we can Force and Burn Bright. Can we raise that? If we Force and Burn Bright, then we don't lose our. We can also Battle Rattle and Battle Rattle and Force. Then we can't attack through the Bash's Acolyte. What if he doesn't block? Then that's 4 plus 2, that's 6 plus 4, that's 10. 11, 12, 13. Well, if he doesn't block, he just dies. If he does block, we get a good kill. Seems good. Yeah, he has to. You have to block. Well, he doesn't know that, obviously. But this should be lethal. Yeah. So this is what we want to be trying to do with our deck. Even if we only get the one win, I'm glad we made it work. Stevie Wonder. Okay. That looks fine. What we really want is an early Magma and our sword here, so we can start abusing our Pirelings. We haven't really been drawing our 2 Chandras pairs. This is also unfortunate. Well, let's do that. Don't eliminate me. I'll trade you for a spell. Okay. Have to put our creature that can trade with the Anointed Courser. Hey! Pireling meet Magma, Magma meet Pireling. You guys are gonna be best of us friends. I guess I'll offer out the trade. If you don't want to attack into the Hupplefiend, I don't think he's gonna want to attack into the Magma. As I suspected. Probably want to be playing the Sky Scanner here. He's like not drawing lands. I feel like a general rule in Magic is when your opponent is not drawing lands, you need to just draw more lands, like get ahead on mana. Because then it becomes really difficult for the opponent to come back. Let's just play the Sky Scanner for now, try to get a land drop. Now we don't really want him to start attacking. He doesn't know that. Indulging Patrician. We love that card. That means we don't like to play against it. Okay. That's bad. We can put a sword in our Sky Scanner and have a blocker for it. Or I could put down a Pyroling and have a really good blocker there. It's a little awkward. I don't like the counter on the Indulgent Patrician here. It just means that not putting the sword in the sky scanner was not a wrong choice here. Picking Magma. Shackle guys, make a blocker for the Patrician, I guess. Until we can put a Capture Sphere on it. I should probably have attacked the Sky Scanner then. You not pump his Chorister. Yes. That makes it a 7. Oh, it's a 6/6. It makes it a 6/6. Can triple block with these. Ping with the Magma. Get the trade. He will get every single one of my creatures. Can't really just let it attack though. If I put up the Sky Scanner, he might have to choose to let one of my ground creatures live. Yeah. I sort of like that. Sky Scanner is not worth much right now. Yeah, well, that happens anyway. Grasp of Darkness? Well, the good news is that that doesn't change anything. He doesn't get more health that way. We still take the drain 3 from this though. Seems a weird use of that spell since the result is the same for him and he could get more life. Maybe that's just me. Of course, non-creature spells cast one more to cast. Typical, huh? Fortunately, our blocking situation is pretty good right now. And I guess we have to keep it that way. He's playing the sort of deck that we really like to play. The Indulgent Patrician is like one of our... It's one of my favorite cards. A 1/4 flying with lifelink. With major potential upside. I feel like the lifelink cards are few in this set. But if you get them together in a deck, they just become super strong. It's funny that this, like, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast should be relevant here. But it just really is. Oh, God. At least we got that. That's a little saving grace. So I really wanted to capture sphere this. The problem is that it doesn't turn off the lifelink thing on it. the ability thing on it. Bash's Acolyte can still keep hitting us. But we're quite far behind already, so I think we have to do what we can do here. Keep the Skyscanner back for the Wingmare. Seems like the right decision. More lifelink. Goes very well with the Patrician. This just gets him 2 life. 2 life is not super important here. I mean, 2 life is obviously very good, but it's not game state altering. And we can't play this with any particular meaning. We are very, very far behind right now. Guess we have to play this though, so we can use it to snipe stuff next round. And this sword definitely goes to something else. If it goes here, it doesn't change anything in terms of that. If it goes in the Skyscanner, it doesn't change anything either. It doesn't change anything. Except that he's black and Skyscanner could die to a Skeleton Archer, so it goes in the Skyscanner. Takes 7 this turn. Brutal. What is this? Exile all creature cards from his graveyard. Till end of turn, he may cast creature spells among them without paying their mana cost. That's no fun. Well, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. Wow. We are having some terrible luck right now. On the good side of things, we get to do a new draft. Let's just get quickly into that. And forget that we had this going. Let's add the terrible results to our list here. Is it prowess? All right. New draft, new decisions, new chances. The Ageless Insight. Whenever we would draw a card, except the first one we draw 2 cards instead. Obviously, drawing cards in Magic is good, but I feel like that's a very double-edged sword. It quickly becomes bad. I feel like cutting the black card here is good because we sent no black cards on, signals and all that. Same with the green card here. The Brillfist Ogre is a very good green card, actually. Take the 4/5 over the removal spell. Probably could also take the weird. I think we'll play some green. Haven't played a lot of green today. Wildwood Scourge is a fine card. Or we can pick some good 2-drops. Nagmid is a very good 2-drop. Play some aggro. I guess we'll try to stay on the green, see if we can find some things that push us in a specific direction. A Tutor It's very nice. We don't have anything to 2 to 4. Oh, we do have anything. We do have things 2 to 4. 3 mana 2 to unlimited. How good is it? It's only as good as your best card, I guess. Right now our cards are not like super worth tutoring for. And would put us in black as well. We're not taking that. What are we taking though? Maybe we take the ghoul here. Tricky stuff. Yeah, hell, let's take the tutor. See if we can find some good cards to find with it. Does look like white is fairly open. Witch's Cauldron. You can gain 1 life with this. I like Witch's Cauldron. Potentially. There's some good things to buy back, I guess. Like that zombie. It'd be cool to set some infinite engines on with life gain. But Skyscanner is good. Skyscanner is always going to be good. Let's pick the Cauldron. See what we can do for now. If we want to do some sort of infinite combos, we're probably going to want this one in our deck. More than one, I guess. Gaggle Master is a fine card. I like the recurring ghoul though. Dreadmauls are nice. Skeleton Arch is nice. Or we could try to do with the Chorister. Go in a different direction. Our green cards are pretty good though. Let's get a big creature. And now I all of a sudden regret that again. Revitalize. This rambunctious mutt. Look at that guy. I think I need to take the turn to slack here. Draw half your library, lose half your health. Round up each time. We are in sorts of every kind of direction right now. This is already not going very well. Let's go for the Archfiend's Vessel here, though. Or get the Valorous Steed. I feel like what we want to be doing is something with the whole lifelink idea. The Charger becomes very good with that. Does seem like white is fairly open. Hello, Anonymous. Thank you for the follow. Keep me quiet right there. Thought I was sitting here speaking all to myself. Let's try to go more along with our original plan here. The Demonic Embrace is gonna go very well with the 1/1 lifelinkers to set our whole recurring theme online. I do like Palladium Mirror a lot, but I don't think we can pass a chance to pump our lifelinkers right now. And we need to get our hands on every single silver smote ghoul that we can. That and our Witch's Cauldron should be a good draw engine. Also, if we can get the Black Shrine, then we probably want to get the White Shrine as well. I really do appreciate that. Follow Anon. Welcome to my stream. Hope you like it here. Trying to set up some Magic the Gathering stream. It's going to be going on every single day. Gonna give it my best shot the next half year to try to make this stream into whatever it can be, and then we take it from there. Our white cards are not very good. Our green cards are fairly good though. Not that we have to make a decision. Oh. Hey Thomas. Good to have you, man. I think we'll take the Hunter's Edge in this case. What does it say? Bird, cat, dog, goat, ox, snake. We probably don't have any of those. Nope. We do not. We have to make a choice on going whether we go green or we don't go green here. I think we end up going green, and then we're gonna pick this Pteranodon. Or are we? This draft is becoming more and more difficult, I feel like. Dob goes well with the Lifelinkers. Nah, it's silly to it seems like a silly reach. Alright, I feel like we just decided to go into green. Fungal Rebirth is a great card. Chromatic Aura is probably way too clunky in this. In our green, we do things with counters. Bright Malkin is a fine card. Also help with the lifelink creature we have. Stuff like that. We do have a zombie. I do think Fungal Rebirth is too good a card to pass up. It has like a really high upside. I don't like Fierce Empath at all. Scryland though. Scryland or Masked Blackguard. I think we wasted too many picks early to have the luxury of picking Scrylands. I'm gonna go with the Blackguard here, but I will re-add my actual green cards here. Azusa. Azusa is potentially very good. There's a short sword though. Not gonna pick that over Azusa, I think. Azusa is quite good. Maybe. Depends on whether we can get our card drawing up, I guess. But for now, let's just pick her up. We're presented with Cage Zombie or Crypt Lurker. Life Goes On, I suppose, is worth like considering for the fact of buying back our ghouls. But that's like the only reason it has here. The Crypt Lurker, I've seen them played a lot of times. I don't know if I like the card. I really don't know how to think about this card, like how to value it. Maybe I can't do so before I play with it. So let's try to do that. Canopy Stalker cares about 4 power. It does something with life gain that can potentially, yeah, that can potentially buy back our ghoul as well. There's a fountain. Fountain could be good to pick up, actually. I think if I see fountains later on, I'm gonna be inclined to pick them up. How does Palladium Mirror get in here so late? Don't mind if I do. Guess I'll pick up life gain land. That could be a thing, I guess. 2-drop is a 2-drop. Change Nature is a very playable card. You know, actually, on the second hand, I probably should have picked up the Chromatic Ore there. Having now ramp my deck, that's probably a mistake. Not so sure what I would do with it though. Well, every time we've picked this up, it's been stuck in our hand, and we've done nothing real with it. Still think Fungal Rebirth is an amazing card. We just have too much that dies to this ourselves. As I said, like I've said this earlier, but I do think that this is way better in like a Dimir type of control thing. You could also go for a Blood Glutton, but I don't think we're gonna take a Blood Glutton over a Fungal Rebirth here. That just seems a little silly to me. There's a Blood Glutton here though. At this point, I would be inclined to pick it up. Think. It's a Gormand or an Archfiend's Vessel. Both are cards I actively want, I guess. I guess I'll take the 1-drop here. That might have been wrong, but I think we need to try to go in that direction. Karen Grub is not particularly good in our deck. The Masked Blackguards can be. Village Rites. It's card draw, I guess. But with no real targets for it. I'll take the Blackguard here. A Sky Scanner. Don't think Gnarl Sage is gonna make our deck. Sky Scanner activates our Brilfist Oak, and it's a Sky Scanner in itself, which is a good win. That one I really want. That's a good pickup. To see how many 4-power things we actually have in this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we play Pteranodon at all? I don't think so. The Indulgence, though, is going to be good here, I think. And I think we need a sword in this deck. Like, I really want the Deathbloom Thalit. But I think we actively need a sword in this deck. I don't remember if there were any other swords. Unfortunately. If I had remembered, I could have not taken that there, but I really want one. I feel like Snare Spinner is probably a good card here. Yeah, let's pick that up. Another Crypt Lurker. I still don't know how good these are. Radiant Fountain can buy back my Silversmote Ghoul mostly all by itself. This actively becomes a card draw, I think. I like to think of it that way anyway. And plus 4, I don't know if it's gonna make our deck. Alchemist gives a good on the Saprolings, I guess. Don't think that's gonna matter. Don't think that's gonna matter. Right. Let's see what we have here. Probably not gonna play that. The Pteranodon is great defensively, but I feel like we want to be attacking with this. We also don't have like guaranteed 4 power creatures here. Vladimir ramps us to Dreadmaw and Scourge. Bloodman's probably not great in this deck. I think we may have cared a little bit too much about rebuying that Ghoul. Witch's Cauldron. Probably not gonna main deck this in 101s. That's the one, sorry. Demonic Embrace absolutely gonna play every single time I get it. They just go so well on the vessels here. The Gift. Maybe not. As we don't have a lot of 4 power creatures. I mean, the Embrace turns anything into 4 power creatures, basically. And besides that, we have the Stalker and the Burlfist Oak, that's gonna be 4 power, and the Blood Glutton. And of course our high end. Maybe the Dilophosaurs are gonna be good. Situationally so, though. Maybe just 1? No, it's just when this attacks if we control Power Force. We don't even have to attack with the other Power Force. Don't like the Crypt Lurker. I just don't. I'm pretty sure Azusa is going to turn out to be either amazing or terrible in this deck. I feel like I want to play with her to find out, though. I want to keep this short sword. I think it's going to be important. Tutor's probably not going to be important at all, actually. Except to maybe find Demonic Embrace specifically. I think Demonic Embrace is a very good target. Also, like, Tutor can find like either our Cauldron or our Ghoul, like the missing piece to like our quote-unquote infinite cycle. So maybe the Tutor is good here. Let's try to assemble like our engine. So we do have pieces to make something cool happen. So yeah, maybe we actually keep that. Vladimir probably does what it's supposed to do in this deck. I think Sanguine Indulgence is quite good here. Blood Glutton might not be. Probably cut one of those and then one of these. And then we're looking at I'm gonna keep this land just for the life gain. What's the last cut? What do you think, Thomas? What are we cutting here? Snare Spinner maybe seems a little weird. Maybe I don't need 3 masked blackguards. I like Sanguine because it buys back or Dreadmaw and maybe like one of our important pieces. What does it say exactly? If it enters from the graveyard or cast it from a graveyard. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also getting to know it slowly but surely. There are a lot of flyers, mind you, but I feel like we're the ones that want to be attacking with this deck. More or less. And also we're playing live things, so we're trying to maybe not raise. Let's try to do it like this. Worst case scenario, we learn something about Magic. Do you get to play Magic with anyone lately, Thomas? Or is it just Arena for you as well? Well, this is awkward. We have no creatures. It gets more awkward. Well, sometimes this happens, I guess. Any creature, come on. At least our opponent didn't 2/3/4 drop. I feel like I did put creatures in my deck. I'm not gonna remove that. Maybe I didn't. Step 1. Alright. He's gonna have removal for that 100%. I feel like we can't actually sacrifice it and do that. Let's just equip it. Shoot it back to you. Yeah, this one has to die. We can't let it be exiled. So I would have really preferred the sword to be a scythe here. Scythe would be significantly better. Well, ow. So we kill the Bone Pit Brute. And we return the Sillismooth Ghoul. Get 2 Saplings. Force him to use his thingy. His ability. Like any 3 damage he has is gonna be very good for him here. If he has it now, it's just game over, obviously. Scary. You can already sacrifice it. That's not very nice. Can we respond to that instantly? No, we cannot. We could force him to sacrifice it though. So if we equip this to that, then... Hello, Delgo. Thank you for your follow. I appreciate it a lot. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna demonically embrace this one and force him to react to use the prowess trigger to kill it, or we're gonna produce a very good blocker. Now he doesn't have a 1 mana spell that deals 3 damage, which allows us to fight the flyer. This is like an X in 1 basket type of deal, but we need to get rid of the creature that can actually just go through everything else. And we have a very strong flyer. Could equip this to the 2/2, but the chance that this will grow to at least a 3/3 is absolutely there. But maybe that's not so bad, actually. Well, Shock is bad. Oh well. Frost Breath. GG. Oh well. Once again. Well, Dalgo, thank you so much for your follow. I really appreciate it. I feel like Johannes might have told you guys about my channel. Just do a quick count. I guess we're not gonna do a quick count. I just want to see how many creatures I actually have in my deck. I feel like the amount of creatures I drew this time was uncharacteristically few. This looks like a better curve though. I guess I'll happily let him attack with this. If he discards cards every time he attacks with this because he wants it to live, then I'm fine with that. Even if he doesn't discard cards but then just trade straight up, I still get to play my Fungal Rebirth. Get my Saprolings. It's my only play this turn anyway. Even if it's lands that he's discarding, I feel like I'm winning. And he plays cards, so I can play my Rebirth. Now this we want to keep holding on to for just a little bit longer. I feel like we just play the Stalker to try to block the Larcenist, unless he wants to trade in the Larcenist for a card. He's welcome to do that. And we'll shoot it back to him. You can very well have the +1/+1 protection pump here. That one. Which is why we don't block it with more than that creature. Short sword seems good here. As much as I'd like to save this, we need to play it in case we draw another land next turn. Opponent, fortunately, is stumbling a little bit here. It's a good doggo. I still want to trade that doggo for my Saproling. Nothing much I can do about that. Oh. Guess he didn't have to. Well, that's scripted. Not interested in trading that for anything, actually. On the board. Now we can double pump it. Oh no! Well, we're falling far behind quickly here. Can take 6 though. Use a better blocker for the Larcenist here. And back to you. Oh god. I feel like this card is extremely good when it's good. When it's bad, it's just super bad. Right now, it is absolutely stupidly good. Perhaps we can just attack through it, though. That might be a thing. Yeah, we'll save for a pump, I guess. Drawing cards in Magic is good. Bouncing stuff when you're winning is very good. This is not looking amazing for us, I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have put the sword in the Archfiend's vessel there. Oh well. This makes it quite difficult, I guess. Nope. Not this time. Fortunately, we can't drop to anything lower than the lowest of our platinum rank or whatever we're in. Today's drafts has not been going very well, though. Not at all. Maybe we need to care a little bit about more about the 4 power things here. You in, put you in. I feel like the only thing I've been like really successful with this so far, well, I did have success with some different things yesterday, but the Gruul archetype seems very strong in this. It's very straightforward to play too. I also know that like right now I'm going for like, I did try to focus a little bit too much on shenanigans here, more than just trying to play straight up good Magic. That might have been a mistake. Well, it's a hand. Our opponent is playing Gruul. Might just be we're gonna see the full might of it here. Probably gonna have removal if he does. Removing Brelfist Oak now is probably a good idea. Problem with Scorching Dragonfire is that it exiles my stuff, so I can't even buy it back with Fungal Rebirth. And that is a problem. Now he may threaten attack with Hobble Fiend here. I think that's gonna be a like mistake. Or he could just attack with the Bronzodon. Which makes sense. I guess we can produce a 4/4. Yeah. Turn just lag. Oh, Furious Rise. It's actively good. That scripts our turn though. We have to get rid of that. 4 power creature, ASAP. Do I want to offer the trade here? I think I do. Because if he trades with these two, I can buy back the Wildwood Scourge. And he's not going to attack me back for more than I'm going to attack him for. Even a Sousa, I'm fine throwing it under the bus as a blocker. They're also very good. I'll absolutely hold back here. Let him attack, double block. Use a Fungal Rebirthing. The good thing about Fungal Rebirth with Wildwood Scourge in particular is that buying it back just means I get an even bigger creature. I guess I can sacrifice this to draw a card. Sacrifice this to draw a card, use Fungal Rebirth. Improved. Especially if it doesn't attack. Which it doesn't seem to be the case. Heartfire Emulator. Let's get a card out of this. Okay, what do we need here? Could get the wings. Like for 8. Do that twice. If he has no removal. 10. But he attacks for 15. We do that. The wings. Okay, we need to tap differently then. 1, 2, 3. Tutor for the wings. Put him on a 2-turn clock. Maybe. And the 1 lifelink here is probably actually going to matter, so. Let's see what you do here. You can choose to remove 1 creature with the prowess. Okay. But I have to block this. That's fine. Block that. And I'll block this. And he wins if he has the double power, but there's nothing I can do about that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yep, seems right. I am just gonna be right back. Our opponent keeps, huh? We're on the draw. We like to have lands. Not with his hand, though. Yeah, it's much better. Guess we can't be picky, unfortunately. We can tutor for that if we need it. Oh, this is a very good combination. Drowsing Pteranodon with a sword on it. You know, as they do. It's probably gonna be very good. I feel much more at home in like Gruul territory. These Drowsing Pteranodons, I pick them very, very, very highly in the drafts. I think they're amazing. And now I'm very glad I have my Ornery Dilophosaur. Because it would make things awkward if I couldn't attack through this Spore Web Weaver. This is a very good blocker, probably one of the best blockers in the game. If you haven't played the new set, Thomas, this guy, it's 1/4 with reach. It has hexproof from blue, that's all good. But when it is dealt damage, he gains a life and a Saproling token. It's like the perfect blocker. There's a similar blocker in black. It's also a 1/4. It has death touch. It's a better attacker though, because it says, oh, you want some black mana. It says that once you attack with it, for each creature with death touch, you drain one from your opponent. Now that is good. I don't think I'm in a position right now where I just want to give him tokens, so I think I'm just going to attack with Dilophosaur. Dilophosaur, yeah. And if he wants to trade with the Dilophosaur, I can Fungal Rebirth it back, and I'll be happy about that too. If not, he'll take 4. And I can play this. Back to you, opponent. Actually, I could have moved the sword to the Dilophosaur here. Probably should have done that. Not that I'm not worried about blocking right now. But I need to make a better attack next round. That looks to me like a turn where our opponent doesn't do much. Now move the sword. Attack for 5. The Witch's Cauldron here is actually probably a very good pickup. You can also put the sword in our Canopy Stalker actually. Make it a viable attacker. Make it able to attack through the Spore Weaver. You may have to do that now. Oh, it's a Gloom. Oh, it's a Gloom Sorrow. So this has now got 8 power. Magic is fair. He certainly is cultivating, huh? Pteranodon is not doing anything on this board right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice the Witch's Cauldron and look for removal for the Carrion Grub. So I can start attacking through that. Didn't find it. It's okay. Sword on the Stalker. And let's make the opponent make the decisions. Of course you do. Then we probably want to sacrifice it, because if we deal damage to this without killing it, it'll just make a sapperling. And we probably need to draw the card and the life right now. Slightly annoying, but it is what it is. We can play the Blackguard and equip it. Fortunately, we didn't draw enough, get enough life this turn to use our Sanguine Indulgence cheaply. He probably, yeah, I mean, obviously he wants to attack with that. I don't want to. He wants to probably sacrifice it to get things. I want to double pump this in my attack step. Make him like force him to block with the Weaver. Make sure it taps right. It's 1 black mana. That was a very good turn for us, I guess. I feel like that our opponent made a mistake there. Twinblade Assassins. Now you can sacrifice the Pride Malkin after attacking with it and draw a card from the Cauldron, get a life, and draw a card at the end step with the Twinblade Assassins. No, he didn't even attack with the Pride Malkin. I guess I'll live with you not giving me 2 damage, I guess. If he blocks, fine, I'll pump it. If he doesn't block, also fine. I'll play both spells in my hand, get my Dilophosaur and my Canopy Stalker back. Just keep presenting threats, I guess. Okay. I wonder if I should bring back the Blackguard instead here. Probably not, though. We'll do like that. What does he have on hand that he's not playing? I would really like to know what he has in hand. Like maybe those green fight spells? Huh. Interesting. Alright. See if we can keep just getting a few more wins under our belt. We have been losing a little bit too much for my taste today. Gotta turn that around. 1 game at a time. That's how we do it. I feel like the tendency we've had in our deck building that may have been reason to for our losses is that we've been a little bit sloppy about picking removal. Like we probably should have been picking removal a little bit more aggressively than we have been. That's very common, I guess, in Magic. Yeah, we'll like our Vladimir, please. Which means that you have to remove it, indeed. Okay, let's just think about this. Ghoul come back eventually. The faster we play him, the more reliably we get him back. We're happy to trade the Ghoul with the Deathbloom Thallid. Gaggle Master. Give me a land. That's not a land. Do we dig for the land with this? Probably. Well, we found it. That's the good news. Bad news is we take 5 here. And I would have killed the Gaggle Master, but I think I have to kill this, because if you have these in your deck, you probably have more than one. Unfortunately. I would really like to get this online though, but if I'm greedy and he plays a Chrome Replicator, this becomes really difficult to deal with very quickly. I wish I could play something that gave me more life, but I cannot. No, I think we have to curve out. Let's just say that he doesn't have the Chrome Replicator right now. How about that? It's a chance. Wait, this is only at the end of my turn. At the beginning of your end step. It says. Guess we'll take some damage now then. Get it back in our end step. No! We needed that. Damn it. We really did need that. Now we can produce a blocker. We can turn in... well, Suzer becomes a better block. I know it doesn't. Hold on. 3 toughness. It's unfortunate. Well, that made it real simple. We have been losing today. Gotta add it to the list though. Gotta keep the list real. So 2-3 Golgari. Bad stuff. Is what that deck, we'll call that bad stuff. Bleeding gems a bit today. I'm fine about that. Get to see some more cards. Get to see some new cool combinations. Okay. The standard bear is great. There's no need to take any other card. Still want to be black, honestly. Carrion Grub, like I personally don't like the Carrion Grub, but every time I play against it, it just seems amazing. I guess it's like that with most cards, though. Could go for like Gloom Sowers and try to take those more aggressively. Or I could just try to play it a bit more standard. You know, I'll try to just play a little bit more down to earth Magic, I guess we'll call it. I know this has been bad for us, but I gotta believe that it's a good Magic card. I just have to. Probably want to gotta pick up a Skeleton Archer or something with that now. Well, if 1 is good, 2 is potentially really good. Hey. And I like the idea of when I'm playing Pestilent Haze that I try to pick creatures that can survive it. And I really do like the Pteranodons. I really do. I feel like they're the kind of creature that go from like feeling as if they're like a control thing into an aggro thing very quickly. Guess I just gotta pick the removal so I don't regret it later. Who knows what we're playing? Well, none of these cards are particularly super interesting. Could pick the Frantic Inventory and go into that later, but it has no real bearing. I guess I'll take the Hobble Fiend in case we go red. Good 2-drops are good. Obviously. Pestilent Haze. I do like these cards. We just always seem to have this card when we have a lot of two power creatures, 1-power creatures, and board ourselves. And our opponent just never seemed to be playing 2-power creatures, 2 toughness creatures, sorry. But who knows? Maybe we can get it to work. Turn to Slag. Or Crypt Lurker. I'll say it again and again and again. I don't know what to think of Crypt Lurker. I really don't. Greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard. It's 4 creatures. This is often gonna be a 3/5/4, which is probably okay, but it does have a potential higher upside. We'll try it. We'll put it in our deck, see if we can make it work with this Gloom Sower, as everybody else seems to be able to. If we play Rakdos, we probably have ways to discard this more reliably with that 2-mana spell. It also means that we're moving away from green. I probably could have seen that coming when I picked up the Turn to Slag after the Scorch Fire. Another thing that lives through Pestilent Haze, I guess. I don't particularly like this card. I don't think it's amazing or anything. But it's too early to pick up a Short Sword, I guess. Yonage Ogre I do not like. I'd rather take the Fountain. Do you feel like these fountains perform quite well in these games? Because I feel like a lot of the aggro matches tend to be quite close. Hooded Blightfang! Hey, old friend! I like this card a lot. I think this card is excellent. Absolutely excellent. Lives through Pestilent Haze as well. It's a really great attacker. What's not to like? Rise Again I probably want to pick up later. But this rare is one of my favorite 3-drops. And speaking of favorite cards, there's another Scorch Fire, another Dragonfire here, but this shrine has just overperformed for me. It really has. Though not picking the Scorch Fire, I feel like that's the mistake we've been keeping on making today. I do think saying the Black Shrine is good enough to pick over it though. Crazily enough. Not many things are. And when we do have the thing that already gives us life, there's no reason to think that we couldn't get this up and going. Though we could take another Gloom Sower to more reliably make our carrion grubs better. Especially if we're going to pick up more carrion grubs. You have the Fountain though. Getting these back just seems so good. You know, I could probably pick up a Gloom Sower later on. How about that? Take another one of these. It goes strictly against the Pestilent Haze, but we get to choose. That's the important part. Goblins. Don't have any of those. At this point I want the red shrine too. Maybe we keep this for the lifelink part of it. If using one of these gets a +1/+1 lifelink, get some life, and get one of these back in one turn, this card becomes very good. Also, it's worth noting that I can use this pre-combat, give something Death Touch, and have it trigger out on this creature as well. I think that's quite important. Or like potentially quite important. Speaking of Death Touch combinations, Goblin Arsonist with Alchemist Gift. It's probably relatively amazing. Because I believe the way it works is that you give Death Touch to the Goblin Arsonist, it dies, and when it dies, it deals damage. It deals 1 damage to any target, but since there's a Death Touch, it basically just kills 2 creatures. I believe that's how it works. If anyone is in chat that knows the interaction, I'll be happy if you can confirm it or deny it. Obviously, I'll be happier if you can confirm it than deny it. With 2 of these, I think Blood Glutton is good enough to put in our deck. I'll take a Crash Through, I guess. Rise Again. Pretty good. We're like actively looking for that 2-mana red spell that discards a card when we use it. We're actively looking for that. I don't know if this is good. Maybe we'll find out. I'd rather not play against Megalodons than this. We'll remove that. Oh my Jesus. This is a very good card. And it enables us to discard Gloomsower just by casting it, which is amazing. It has Protection Planeswalker. We can pay 1 to deal 1 damage to target Planeswalker. This is a Planeswalker killer. Or pay 3 to make it indestructible. There's also the Red Shrine, which I actively want in this deck, but I cannot not take this Spark Hunter Manicorn. Getting more tricky now. Do I take the Turret Ogre? Which is probably just the 4/3 here, or the turn to Slag here? Probably the turn to Slag. Could take the Weird. Don't think that's gonna be good here. Let's take the turn to Slag. Oh my god. Removal, removal, removal. All the removal! Of course it all comes in one package. And this is amazing. Obviously the best removal spell there is. Probably. But we do have another shot of a ghoul here. Oh my god, this is so greedy. I have to do it. I have to try it. I have to try to do it the right way. Finishing blow. Oh, so many 5-drops. I don't like that, but get the Gluttons back. Fierce Rise? No. I would have liked to see another Carrion Grub now that we actually went for it. Still might. How many of those do we have? Probably not enough. Maybe enough. Another Rise again. I don't think that can be good. Take the Gloomsower. I really wanted another one of these. I think I took it so early that if there would have been any other, I would have seen it. You can pick up some 2-drops here. That would probably be fantastic. Rise again, scoop the Gloomsower. Don't think this is good. Don't think this is gonna be very good now, deck. I need 2-drops really though. Don't think the Devils are gonna be good here. I don't think I play 3. But if I play 3, I mean, it's a 2-drop, I guess. Wow. Sad early curve. Pretty good mid game. 3 of these is too much. Lifelinks to get the ghouls back. Ghouls, they... We didn't get a sword. Ghouls, they keep coming back. I can sacrifice them for cards. Have some removal here, top end removal there. And late game finishes with the Gloom Source too, if we need it. Death Touch for the Arsonist, I guess. Just need one of these, I suppose. And we cut one more card. Probably the Turret Ogre, which doesn't really do anything here. Yeah, this is super strange, but who knows? It just might be better than what we've played with so far. I feel like we are failing a bit on getting our curve together today. All in all, we're not being super consistent in our deck building. Maybe we are reading the drafts wrong. Early Sanctum of the Stonefangs. That I will take. I especially want to hold this fountain for as long as I possibly can. Which is probably not going to be very long. Oh, it might just be. Yeah. Very good. Quite good. Sure. Guess trading is okay. I guess I have to attack this. I don't have to target it, fortunately. I don't like that I have to make this trade. Okay. Well, it's a little awkward. Some consolation to myself in this case would be that at least the removal spell that I would have picked over the last ghoul would also have been a 5 damage spell. So I wouldn't have been able to kill the Dreadmore regardless. Well, I would have been able to block it and do that, but who knows with counterspells and all these things going on. Oh, that's a shame. Now I can kill it though. Gotta use 2 spells to do it. Maybe I want to wait a bit with that. So I can do this, and then I can slag it after. I guess we're gonna let him just play a creature or two more. Pretty grateful for all the extra life we have this time. Hey, value. More value. And that is why we didn't play this first. Wow. Plus X, really? That's an amazing card. It gets even better than the Treadmill. Pretty glad we picked up that removal spell there, though. It was a good time. It's plus X plus